Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in Steel Point, you said it was down here, right? Nahal kind of pokes away at Xanthi. This group separated in an attempt to free someone that gave Xanthi a sandwich once.
Yep, I'd recognize that noxious gas anywhere.
It smells awful.
If you've smelled it, it's already too late.
You get used to it.
Hello? Anybody here? Where the fuck do I knock? What do I knock on? She knocks on the light, it cracks.
Here, just knock on the floor. Robin stomps the floor and her foot goes through the grating. Fuck.
Okay, coming in.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh, it's horrible in here. It smells like death.
Knock, knock, announcement.
Announcement, you're free? We're breaking you out of here.
Hey, buddy!
Congratulations. You've been
You
amnesty.
gotta say that cooler. You gotta say it like, "Hey, Kier, we're busting you out of this joint."
Oh, is
Hey,
that his name?
Kier, if that's his name. We're busting you out of
Hey, Kier,
here.
you want a sandwich?
Seems awfully unresponsive. Nahal walks up. And is about to put a hand on the guy's shoulder. And meanwhile,
Did he suffocate in his own gas?
you hear, wait!
Oh,
the furnace is thrown open, and a guy, this fucking hulking bear of a man rolls out. He's not wearing his cape, shirt, or anything. All he has is the pants.
Wait.
Hold on. Don't take a step back.
Now wait, hold
Don't
on.
make eye
How do we
contact.
know that
Don't-
you're the real Kier?
Just don't. You don't need to believe I'm the real one. Just don't make eye contact with that one. Okay? Just take a step back.
I don't know. This Kier's never lied to me.
Can I make eye contact with you?
Yeah, sure. It's fine. Just.
I'm gonna
just
go
back
and read his intentions, guys.
Okay.
She walks straight up to Kier, walks up nose to nose with him and stares deep into his soul.
Okay, this is weird. You're kind of invading my personal space right now.
Is this what you do when no one's around?
He looks over at Xanthi first. I mean, yeah. Who wouldn't build bomb-filled doppelgangers of themselves to surprise intruders?
Xanthi takes a step away.
When you put it like that,
Nahal takes a step back too, like, whoa, okay.
I think
guys,
it's good to put it...
I'm pretty sure that he's the real deal.
It's pretty close to the furnace, don't you think?
I was going to say, I should not throw it in the furnace. She's, holding it.
You hold the there's a way to combine doppelganger and Kier, and I'm not doing it.
Doppelgang Kier?
Doppelgang Kier. Yeah, there you go.
I hate it.
You hold the
Gangler.
Killganger. You hold the Kier. Good God.
The other one.
You hold the puppet. Yeah, that's the problem. I had a lot of trouble naming that one. It's just difficult to pronounce. I guess you could throw it into the furnace. That one isn't even on. That's decoy smoke.
Hilda takes the jacket from this one and just tosses it over. We are
Thank you.
leaving. Pack up your things. Does this count as one of your things? She just shakes the puppet.
It starts ticking worryingly. Ooh, you're gonna want to give it a reverse turn. Like spin it, but in the opposite direction. Flip it turnways.
Didn't spin
Break
it.
its neck. Break its neck.
Oh
it
yeah,
turn
no,
ways.
as you're saying that with one hand, you just hear the neck snap.
Oh no.
You watch him go completely pale. Yeah, that's fine. I just totally didn't watch myself die in effigy.
Who wants to leave a room fast?
Yeah,
I do.
Oh yeah, me definitely. No, throw that on the ground. That's gonna blow a hole in this place. Let's just throw it on the ground.
Hold on. How do you tell the difference between decoy smoke and real smoke?
Oh, see, that's the fun part. Decoy smoke is there to enrich the environment, you know? It's supposed to make you feel better. Real smoke is there to, like, damage your lungs. He's, like, looking backwards as it gets loaded into the furnace.
I don't know. It sounds like you're attributing a lot of malicious intent to smoke.
Yeah, smoke inhalation turns out real bad. I learned that recently. I have felt sick for weeks.
Only recently?
Only recently. Anyway, God, I wish they gave me a door to my room. Boom! So, where are we going? He looks around with a big smile.
Holy shit. I love Kier.
You come back 2 turns later. Reginald has died of old age.
I told you.
There it is. Oh, of course. I forgot about that.
Okay. Move on with your lives. The situation has evolved slightly. A few moments have passed, but chaos has unfolded on the battlefield in response to the arrival of the Paladins. However, the fight continues. The battle continues.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a flask of oil, and I'm going to throw it where the flowers are, in between Reginald, the Paladins, and the other Paladins.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do what I did in my secret turn, which was write down the alchemical spell for a fireball and shoot a fireball at where I threw that oil.
Heyo.
Okay.
I love forest fires, don't you?
Yeah. You throw down this flask of oil that immediately begins to burn the beautiful roses, and that eye beam that Marcus fired earlier actually connects up with the flame a little bit, and it starts to get going, and the Paladins...
Only you can start forest fires.
Thanks.
The Paladins
mysterious arson bear.
The Paladins look like a little worried about it at first, but like, oh my god, is it gonna connect up with those barely sparking embers? And then no, Harlock throws an entire goddamn fireball into it, and there's a conflagration, sending both of them fucking burning and rolling across the ground.
And just because I don't think Harlock has ever really cast anything out in the open before...
Yeah.
Here's the flavor text for how Harlock
tell
casts.
me what that looks.
So, in the turn that had passed, Harlock actually kind of whipped out a little parchment, and she started scribbling down some things. And she actually holds out the parchment with her meaty arm. She reaches out, she reaches back as if to punch it. She punches through the parchment, and then she's holding the fireball, and then she throws it.
That's really fucking
Sweet.
cool.
Yeah.
Fire licks across your fingers, and then just... Yeah, you watch as the spark ignites in midair and almost crack as alchemical fusion occurs, instantly vaporizing a good deal of the ambient natural gases in this horrible chamber. Streaks its way through the air, as if igniting an oil slick on the ground, but in midair. Crawls its way across. You've never seen fire quite move like this. It's less a ball of fire and more a snake following an invisible pattern in the air. But when it touches down, that single line ignites into an all-consuming blaze. These paladins are summarily set on fire.
Get over it.
They roll around screaming.
I'm gonna go hide in a bush.
Yeah, Reginald ducks behind the table and takes cover.
Okay. This paladin is still active, right?
That paladin's still active. It is currently fighting with Marcus.
I gotta help Marcus. Oh, get away from the tree. She noticeably runs around the tree, and then runs up to this fellow. And hi, Marcus. I'm gonna help you. Can't fight if you can't see. She's gonna grab this dude's helmet and just spin it backwards.
Brilliant.
14. Okay. Yeah, you spin this person's helmet backwards, and they begin to. Oh, shit.
Marcus, in the short time that we were away, has managed to become free of his mask. But then he also acquired a new one.
What's the new one, Jackson?
It's a Medusa.
Of course it is. Wait, how is that bad for me?
Uh-oh.
You'll die if you get your head cut off.
Okay. Am I not supposed to look at mirrors? Am I too devastatingly beautiful? Is my hair snakes now?
No, you just got a piece of paper on your face.
Do I have two sisters uglier than me? Okay, Marcus is going to dash across the battlefield.
Marcus, you get existential really quick. You begin to feel like the masks might be taking effect, maybe? Or that might just be you.
Chardonnay, you're a peach. Marcus abandons Chardonnay.
Got your back,
Blitzing
buddy.
past her, using the flower beds and this brush as cover.
Yeah, you run through the burning flower beds, and for a second everyone reacts with horror, but you're immune to fire.
I sure am. Marcus bursts out, rolls, springs up again, leaps over the table, and, touching Reginald Wondergun's trigger arm, whichever one that is.
Yes.
Whichever one I want!
casts Sands of Time. I have an old Marcus character sheet open, and that is totally a spell I took.
Are you fucking kidding me? An
No,
ancient
I am
Marcus
not.
character
You are just going back into the bottom of the barrel for this past two
That
sessions.
I am. I decided to return to my roots. I'm gonna make his
Matt.
I'm gonna make his
Matt.
dominant arm really old. Like really old. What's up?
This is from
2013.
Yes.
It is
this
dated
is from the
2013,
first
100%.
ever session of TI.
Perfect.
You just touched Marcus's origin.
Do I get a bonus?
Fuck. That's so cool. What the shit? Okay.
I mean, if you'd rather I do
no,
not dig
no.
quite that deep, that's legit too.
No, this is the cool. I'm just shocked you're bringing this out now. You never cease to fucking surprise. So, Marcus.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think you even ever used this power. In the
I think
session.
I think I might have used it like once on an object, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was.
Marcus. You run forward and the flames flare up around you, and you feel your arcane power surging, and you start to remember an old trick of yours. Maybe all these weird trips down memory lane that these masks are pulling on you. Falsified memories are making you desperately cling to your own. Your own experiences seem to stand out all the brighter, and you remember an old spell that you threw out because, well, you imagined its uses. It's a potent spell, but its effects were rather disturbing or disgusting to you at the time, and
Still are.
they still are. When you remember using it all the way back in Meadshire so long ago, and when you described this spell to your good friend Kier when you met later, you mentioned its effects, and you said, well, I got this spell. It'll rapidly age any part of the human body, and like, that's disgusting. You were thinking of your face, of your, maybe even like the torso, like aging your heart, lungs, etc.
Oh, that would have been smart.
Kier, you remember the look on
killed him.
You remember the look on Kier's face, and he looked you dead in the eye, those clear blue eyes, and he furrowed his brow, kind of stuck out his chin, and said, "What if you used that on a kid and you gave him like a big muscly arm, like a kid with a big muscly arm?"
Yeah, and Marcus still thinks about that to this day. He's pretty sure it's unethical to actually pursue, but what if?
That single thought has prevented you from using this magic up to this point, because, man, what if?
It makes you think.
But now that you see this geriatric fucking fossil in front of you, you think, man, you know what the only thing better than a giant muscly arm is?
Yep.
fucking reducing this old man's already paper bones to dust. Reginald, your arm actually begins to rapidly age, and you manage to, like, you're quick. Your bones have snapped so many times they now snap freely, and you
That's concerning.
you like.
How old is he?
You like.
I'm becoming more wizened!
You manage to pull your arm away, but you feel it's lost a lot of its vitality, actually. Like this behorned man has pulled it from you.
Not even in the great hunt of Monabia has I... Ow. Oh,
Ouchie.
my dusty bones!
Marcus feels a little bit bad.
You're about to feel a little bit dead! Mongoose!
Mongoose?
Reginald Wondergun reaches
What?
and
Marcus, like,
behind
flings
him.
his hands up in front of his face in a guard posture, expecting a mongoose to
and
his face.
he flings a live mongoose at you.
Holy shit!
Oh shit!
It bites.
Oh god. Okay.
Marcus, this horrible, like, frothing at the mouth, probably rabid beast begins just ripping into your face. You only take 2 damage, but you hit the ground and begin rolling around immediately next to Ranch in the Paladin.
I believe that Reginald using a mongoose as a short-range throwing weapon triggers my secret attacks.
Indeed.
Oh, God.
So, you start rolling around on the ground next to Ranch. Ranch is rolling that
Your natural predator, other than me.
And from beneath the table emerges someone. Dad, with her knife that Marcus gave her, begins to rapidly stab Reginald in the shins. She climbs up and tries to shadow with the Colossus you. You two hit the ground. You roll under the table, and there you see someone. Someone who hasn't moved for a really long time.
4D chest. Those are the eyes of a killer.
From beneath Eric, with a K, emerges yet another serrated knife.
Monster Den!
The 2 begin to stab you as well. All 3 of these chuckle fucks on the ground, roll around being mauled by their respective animals.
Yes. And yes, both of my, all of my secret actions went to setting up imps to stab you.
In the shins.
Reginald, you still have a go.
Damn it. Okay.